It's having some audio issues. Seems to be okay now. We'll be doing Naxx in a moment, and I'll talk about some survival stuff. Let me just paste this over here. What? No, that's not it. Okie dokie. Let's zone in. I don't have poison resistance, do I? Oh, they're so expensive. I really need to harvest a bunch from spiders somewhere. There's a mailbox right here. Grab these. Let's grab these and see if they work. And let's turn on auto self-cast so I can immediately use them. Auto self-cast, return to game. Oh, okay. So for survival, we have the additional now major healing salve. It's only 600, and it is over 12 seconds, but it'll keep you alive, I think, in certain situations. Hey, Kiss It. How you doing? So it is on a separate cooldown from Nordinar Herbal Tea and from your major healing pots. Healing pots being on your normal potion cooldown, and Nordinar Herbal Tea taking your, in theory, taking your Thistle Tea cooldown, but I'm not sure about that. We need to swap to this one, I think. Yeah. Let's just double check. What did I do? Okay, I haven't updated this. It's still maces, but it's I should be moving 1 point from lethality to vile poisons. But either way, we'll start consuming Spirit of Zanza, Ground Scorpok ass, and I'll do Power Mushrooms. Though Denonzo's Telebi Medley is probably the best until I can get the skewers. But I haven't been able to do the fishing to get Winter Squid because Winter Squid is so rare, and then I have to get Electric Eel, which is also pretty rare. This is the new Blackroot Brew. Stacks to 20, you can see them here. And then
5, 4,
wow.
3, 2, 1.
Hit something. What the heck? My macros are gone. Alright, hold on. Alright, now that's working. When I swapped specs, it dumped my macros and everything. Alright, let's get those back up. Okay. Oof. I'm still barely awake, so might be a little slow on the draw here. lot of people died there, apparently. Alright. Don't want to move too far forward here. What did I miss? Let's swap this in. Alright, we're over our hit cap. Hmm. So at this point, we could go Drake Fang. We should put that back in the list of things to choose from here. Oh, these are the 2 new berries. The aromatic berry increases mount speed by 5%, so you'll want a lot of those. Keep those set aside or put them on an alt while you're leveling your survival. Spice berries give you increased run speed for 60% for 6 seconds, so you're going to want to keep those too. Struggling here. Woof. All right. I didn't put any poisons on. That's how out of it I am this morning. Honestly, probably for the best. I think if I had poisons on, I would have pulled the threat. But then again, I could just vanish. All right, let's see. I think we want double instant all the way through this section, so we're gonna go double instant. Band of unanswered prayers drops. Good for a healer. One day I'll get that ring for Alosh, maybe. Let's move this down here, actually. I'll put this on T. We're doing stupid parse tricks today, but I don't have any goblin sappers, so we're missing 1 cooldown of DPS. All right, we're gonna wait a second, because that shit's gonna kill everybody. All right, let's go. Why, oh why? No? Yeah? Okay.
Dispel poison.
Ah, it works. Good. It does have a 1 minute cooldown though. What the? Alright. My fingers are slow today.
Dispel poison.
I was poisoned? Did I ever play Heroes of the Storm? A long, long, long time ago, yeah.
Mortal desires mean nothing.
So long ago, I
You
only remember not enjoying it.
because without question,
Actually, I did kind of enjoy it, but at that time I was a League addict, so
die in the master's service.
probably didn't enjoy it as much as I had hoped. Oh, shit. I'll throw a healing salve on myself. Why not? It lasts a while. Alright, not that long, but... Alright, again... I've effed up here. That's alright, though. You just got back to it? Oh, is that... Did they, what, re-release it? Are they actually updating now? I heard they were going to. I'm eating shit. Ah. I actually liked playing the Abathor character, which was sort of like a Bizarro character that doesn't interact with anything. It's still the same crap, it works fine. Oh, okay. I thought they were starting to update again or something. Well, that's unfortunate. That was back when they were obsessed with competing. Oh, jeez, with League of Legends, because they felt like they'd missed out, which they kind of did. All right, we should switch to Double Deadly. She is humanoid. Yeah, she is. We're switching to Double Deadly. Deadly 5 on the main hand, Deadly 4 on the offhand. Remember that the corrosives and the dissolvents no longer impact non-undead. That is to say, the dissolvent only affects elemental, giant, undead, and mechanical, so beware of what you're targeting. Game is balanced for the most part. Yeah, he's interesting design. Oh, Abathur? Yeah. I liked that. That was quite different from everything I'd seen in League. I mean, they'd made the cat, but... Sorry, what? What do you want me to tank? X? Okay, I'll tank X.
Slay them in the Master's name.
I don't know if that worked out or not. What is going on? Alright, I'm doing very poorly right now. I did tank that. I always show up at different hours. I'm all over the place. What can I say? It's what? It's 8:40 in the morning here. Blizzard is king on missed out opportunities like Dodo and WoW Classic. Yeah, they are. I mean, I thought it somewhat noble that they weren't like trying to capitalize on every freaking thing that came out of Warcraft 3, but some people think that money is the only thing that matters. They did do HOTS eventually, but I don't know that it needed to exist. Malice Stone Pendant. Necro Knight's Guard. So, I'm hoping to keep on the double deadly until we get to Maxima, but I'm thinking they're gonna drop off before we get there. We'll see. We'll see how fast this next section goes. In case I do end up tanking again, I'm gonna take the Elixir of Superior Defense now and the Major Troll's Blood. Wait a minute. The spirit of the spirit of Naxxramas is taking deadly poison. So that's interesting. Apparently he's not undead. Which means you could get away with doing double instant poison here if you are would not want that. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Priest down. Woo! People dying of poison don't have elixir of poison resistance. FYI, you can use powerful anti-venom here. The poison is apparently level 60.
Dispel poison.
The poison is level 60, so you can use the top end of your first aid kit's antidote. If I'd known that these work, I would have started using them a long time ago, and I'd pay more attention to huge venom sacks, which I have been off-putting to the market. That's going to be a problem. These guys were too late. I'm going to need another distract on these. We are going to die. We're going to wipe. We're dead. We are wiping, that's for sure. Beware. Never mind. Beware. Let's eat an orange. Healing cell. Major healing cell. This. No, I'm just kidding. It's just an extra cooldown. It is a 5-minute cooldown, so be aware of that if you use it to save yourself. What's the green goo? Drink it. I bet it's a power up. Pretty sure that's poison. I'll drink it later at Patchwork. Don't worry. So these guys come from survival. This one gives you mount speed increase of 5% for 15 minutes. It's really nice. This is like basically sprint, 60% move speed. And it's, again, that same 5-minute cooldown. Actually, it's not even on that cooldown. Look, it's separate. So it's just the healing salve has a cooldown. So there's other survival tricks you can do in the meantime. There's so much utility in the survival stuff. That's kind of crazy, actually. Oh, why am I on the X? No, don't distract them. Now they're stuck there. All right. Forgot my Blackroot Brew. For now, we're eating power mushrooms.
5, 4, 3.
Because it doesn't make sense to eat
1.
The agility food right now. Jeez. All right, we did get to keep our double deadly for this, so he is a beast, and therefore wouldn't have any impact from corrosive in theory. So double deadly is the way to go. We have 4 warlocks and they don't have a health stone? That's just sad. Alright. And we'll have healing salve again. I don't think I'll need it for this fight though. So we'll be opening with Badge and Kiss, and then when we vanish, we'll try to swap in Drake Fang Talisman, I think.
4, 3, 2, 1. I didn't get the trinket swap in. I was panicking there. You started survival as well? How's yours progressing? I finished. Agromsh. I finished. And, I've forgotten names. No Kiss, unfortunate. I've got the healing salve now, the major healing salve. It's 600 over 12 seconds, so it's not like amazing healing, but it's additional healing on a 5-minute cooldown, separate from major healing, Nordnar herbal tea, and major health stones and all that. Aromatic berries increase mount speed by 5% for 15 minutes, which is great. You've got spiced berries, which apparently I used.
No, it's spice berries are on your potion cooldown. Okay, so that makes sense. Which gives you 60% run speed for 6 seconds. Basically, it's a slightly worse than sprint, but just as fast. Timbermaw's dropping in 17 hours. I mean, it'd feel good if I'd signed up for any of the raids, I guess, but I haven't. I probably should have. This guy's taking deadly poisons too. I'm just gonna leave deadly poison on then. Was I under the mistaken impression that deadly poison didn't work on undead? If deadly poison works on undead, then that means you could do... you could go deadly 5, corrosive 2 offhand. So... interesting. The fights do not last long enough here for that to matter, though. Necronite. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. When in doubt, just hit evasion, it might save you. The new Warlock sword from there kind of looks insane just based on stats. Meanwhile, the Rogue one looks meh. Yeah, the Rogue one looks like a big old curved blade. What the? Overall gear itemization seems about tier 2 or low AQ 40. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's supposed to be a... It's supposed to be 2.5. Yep. Some things might get buffed. So it's supposed to be somewhere between... what you call it? MC and Naxx. Or no. AQ 40 and Naxx. Right? Actually, I'm not 100% sure where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna need to make a lot more healing salves, though, I just realized. Let's look at the recipe real quick. It's, Heart of the Wild was the thing holding me up. The rest of it's just leaves from trees. So you're basically rubbing grass on yourself, which I think is totally appropriate for healing, for survival. Blarg. What? What was that? No, never mind. I need to swap in Drake Fang, actually, after this. Whoa. Clover Dubious. Fiend Hand has dropped off. Let's put an instant poison up since that's working. Between AQ40 and Naxx, I think that would make it around tier 2.7 then. Is AQ40 2.5 then? Maybe it is supposed to be like
4, 3, 2,
1.5-ish. I don't know what it's supposed to be honest with you. It's targeting things under the bridge again. Very annoying. Or something. Also, I forgot to swap in Drakefang again. Maybe I'll just keep it all the way to Resuvius, I don't know. Here, let's swap it in and see how much crit we get. Yeah, I thought so. 47 to 49% crit. I think we keep the Drakefang Talisman for the rest. BWL is tier 2, AQ40 is 2.5, Naxx is 3. So then it's easier to say it's stuff between tier 2.3 to 2.7. Interesting. Well, take a look at the weapon damage, the DPS on the weapons that come in from there, and that should kind of tell you where it's at, or supposed to be at. If it's above or below the main weapons for the next tier. I think they were in the 65 range, which would put them below Naxx for sure, but slightly above AQ40. So that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's the intent as well, but I don't actually know. Thoughts on Mythbusters? It was a great show for its time, I guess. I don't know. I watched it, that's for sure. Nah. All right. Let's put in Badge of the Swarm Guard once again. So hopefully it'll be ready for the fight. We'll try to do a Vanish and swap to Drakefang. Bah. Those weapons are supposed to be, quote, benediction-like, as in last at least 1.5 to 2 tiers. Oh, is that the case? I didn't know that. I don't see how it aged really, because physics don't change. It's still a good show. I mean, it's still a good show. I'm not saying it's a bad show. Do this. So as I recall, this barrel seems to be the perfect place to reset this thing on. Uh-oh. We've swapped Deadly 5 in. We've still got 4 minutes on Deadly 4, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to successfully do this. Do you remember when you reached 95 in survival? What did you build to go higher? Let's see. Oh wait, I won't be able to see the things. I think it was simple fishing lure, and I like burned them till they were green, and then I think it was like Starwood or no tropical. I think it was stick. It was you start off with sticks. I don't remember. But there's a couple things in here in this list that when you get them, you can make a bunch, and they're like just off of the vendor. I think it's a net. Sturdy net? I don't know what level that is. But sturdy net is just 4 sturdy rope, which you can buy off the vendor. But I had so much clam meat sitting on, and zesty clam meat sitting on alts, that I was able to make shit tons of that. In fact, I used all of my zesty clam meat making premium fishing lures, because those are used to make stone scale fishing traps, which is going to make it so much easier to get stone scale eel now. I also made... I tried to make one of all the items, though I haven't completed that task, but I'm not terribly excited for this particular look. But I'll grab it. All right. And away we go. Wait. Oh shit, fuck it. Alright, no poisons then. You do not have this. You got it. If I'd had Flourish Up, I think I might have been able to do that. On Naxx, it's been so long. Indeed. It will never be It will never not be funny in a tragic kind of way how few priests actually know how to mind control properly in Naxx. It is kind of sad, isn't it? Ironically, I think... No, my Deadly 4 did run out during that fight. So maybe if I'd had my Deadly 4 up... No, that wouldn't have made the difference. I think Flourish could have made the difference, because I could have hit Flourish as my Eviscerate, or as my Evasion tanking went down, and maybe gotten a few lucky parries in. And parries reset your attack timer, so I would have gotten extra hits with Thunderfall, which might have been enough to push him over that last 3%. Who knows? Don't just throw your res away. Res another resing tune today. Ah. Almost all officers in my guild have priest alts on standby just in case. That's probably wise. I'm learning priest right now. I haven't gone past MC though, so maybe I'll get to do an AQ40 with my healer soon. Whose idea was it to give undead meat wagons? It's awesome, but most devs would just give them generic catapults. I don't know. Well, the idea came from the conception that they would need corpses for a lot of things, and that you would want to carry a bunch of corpses with you. I don't think anyone ever used them that way. But you could store corpses in the meat wagons, and then necromancers could use them to create skeletons and stuff. But it just... I don't know if people weren't interested in doing that, or... I'll say this, I don't think undead have ever been used to their full potential effectiveness. Alright. Since he's undead, so we could go Corrosive 2 in the offhand. So we're going to go Deadly 5, Corrosive 2 here. Just like we did on Medivh. And we'll see how it goes. I used them like that 20 years ago in 3v3 skirmishes. I would store a lot of corpses and then unleash legions of skeletons. Nice. Once I get my last tier 2, my priest will be a monster on the healing meter. Tier 2 8/8 is legit insane for priest. Is it? Okay. Alright, let's see here. We'll go Juju Might this time. Because I want him dead. And it was like a 3% thing, so... Yeah, just let it come to you. There's no need to rush in. No! What is going on? Is it... Just let Vesuvius come to you. But is it still true that the MC can be resisted if your priest has the like shadow resistance stuff? Yeah. Just shitty luck, it seems. Unfortunate. My god, goblin in red hat, how cute. What? Where? Where'd you see a goblin? Is this a gnome warrior? Good god. What the fuck is that? It looks so wrong. Shadow resistance increases the chance it will heartbeat, as people call it, where the MC fails early. Yeah, that's... I was just going over that with them, just in case. But they said they're taking it off. Oh, this goblin. That's crafting you. The rogue who wants to beat me. I don't know why. I T-mogged my Thunderfall, that's why. People are confused. Not sure. Does it have more shaman? All right, let's see what happens. You have your Thunder Fury T-mogged into Endonisis, Reaper of Souls? What's that? Endonisis. Where'd you get that? How'd you get that? All right, wait. Okay, still have 6 minutes on that. So let's give it a couple attacks. Boy. What? Why are we facing him? I don't know what's going on. I can't retank him. He might turn on me again. I'm gonna throw my parry up early. Vanishes down. Oof. Yeah. First try. Jesus. It's literally just Gressel, but she's on the back. Oh. It's a temporary gimmick weapon you use when fighting ATS during the quest for it. Well, once you get it, you get the T-Mogs. So... Can anyone pick that up? Because that's the one that when you sheath it, it goes on the back, right? Because that would be pretty cool to have a back sheath as opposed to a hilt sheath. Wand of the Whispering Dead. What the hell was the fight then? Where's the fight? Is that the fight? Is this the winning fight or is this the losing fight? I don't know. Yeah, Deadly 5 did 12k, Deadly 4 did 4k. No, that's the wrong fight then. It was this one. And we got smoked. Deadly 5 did 9k, Corrosive 2 did 8k. So Deadly Corrosive is still the way to go for Vesuvius then. I think I lost a lot of damage because I was, well, tanking for most of it. Anyone that can use swords can pick it up as the boss gets disarmed at a certain percent, or you can get it earlier with a warrior using disarm. Ah. Well, I haven't gone to an ATS fight. Alright. We'll do a Blackroot Brew as we pull the next thing. But let's go back to Drakefang Talisman while we're waiting. We're clearly missing something. Ah, we're missing the Druid buff. And there. Now we have 49% crit. So I'm seeing it get deadly poisoned. In theory, I'd probably want to switch to double instant. We might switch to double instant for this next fight, because it's a stupid, long slog, killing small mobs. Deadly increments. How come I can never click on these anymore? Do they get instant used by whoever's nearby? Alright. So I think... unless something's immune to it. Let's check. Oh, I'm itchy. Okay. Baby Lord. What the heck is going on today? Oof. So Deadly 5 did work on that last one. Alright. There's no way to... The one bad thing about DPS Mate is it's hard to pick up the last current fight. I guess I could turn them into segments. Configure. I could make a new segment. How does it know when the segment is done, though? I guess I'm resetting current fight when I hit new segment. And I'm hoping that we can have this entire fight within this segment, and then maybe I can check when I'm dealing damage to when I'm dealing instant poison damage to what mob. That's the hope. We might have to look at the logs afterwards, but if I see immune messages, then I'll know for sure. Waiting for them to start it, and then I'll do ground Scorpok. Actually, I'll wait till I see something flying down, then I'll do ground Scorpok. No reason to do it early. Bah, the other option here is to go Mark of the Champion, but I think maximizing crit is more important. Alright, here it comes. No, he tricked me. Immune. So they are immune. Instant poison does not work on the spirits. What the hell was that? You would probably want to go dual dissolvent for this fight then. Because everything's undead. What the hell? He's also immune. Alright. So these are useless. Alright, let's swap double dissolvent. I'm confused. I'm confused why instant poison was working on Death Knights, but doesn't work on these guys. Because they are technically Death Knights. The spirits I could, like, sure. That. Yeah, instant poison did nothing. But I haven't hit anything with dissolvent either. Oh no. Okay. So remember that Deadly Throw does interrupt. So in this specific situation, if you see the Death Knight, you can go ahead and throw the Deadly Throw at him to interrupt his drain. So you stay alive. Healer's doing some work today. He's undead. Sadist Collar, nice. Desecrated Sabatons.
Invaders, cease this foolish venture at once. Turn away while you still can.
Come, Zealot.
I've heard about enough of your sniveling. Shut your fly trap before I shut it for you.
These are easy peasy. What? Yeah, that's not a good idea. Ow. Ow. Now I'm hosed. Any chance I escaped this nonsense? Oh, he's coming for me. Nope. Yes? Yeah.
Who dares violate the sanctity of my domain? Behold, all who trespass here are doomed.
Huh? What the fuck? Oh my god. That rogue has salts? That's just bullshit. I want salts. I'm never getting smelling salts. You know, a lot of the reason that some guilds will force you to run back rather than doing the whole resing thing is because the healers complain about having to res everyone. But also because it keeps you focused. At least you're doing something, you're moving your character around, whereas when you start having lapses in judgment where you cause wipes like that, making someone run back makes them put their hands on the controls and like pay attention to what they're doing so they're not coming out of a res having done nothing for 2 or 3 minutes. Power mushroom again. Probably should do Denonzo's Telebi medley at this point. 4 horsemen are undead, so theoretically I can go deadly corrosive here as well. In theory. Ow. Turned on me, not sure why. Not a single dissolvent poison 2 hit on that fight. So that worries me. I guess they're humanoid. Alright, we'll go deadly. Corrosive 2 for this. Let's go Badge of the Stormguard for the opener. Let's drink a Greater Fire. Let's drink a Rumsey Rum Black Label as well. We want to get our GSPP into a oh shit slot, so I'll put it here. The only problem with the Thane fight for me is that I tend to pull aggro at the start, so I'm wondering... I can't really hold back on it either, so... The stone is basically the safe spot right there. The fighting is still there. All right, we are gonna do Juju Might. Let's do Major Troll's Blood. We want a Juju Ember. Yeah, we don't need to increase mountain speed anytime soon. We could throw a GSPP up now if we wanted to, but I'd rather save it for Mark III, or after Mark III. Hopefully we start soon. Maybe I should have saved that. Juju Might. I should have waited for the ready check. That's what I should have done. Since Juju Might's instant, there's no reason to use it early. I don't know what I was thinking. What? It's a terrible idea. Here we go. Maybe.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'm awake.
One.
I'm awake.
Defend yourself.
All right, we'll give him a pull. That's not good.
Your life is mine.
I have no choice.
Mark 5.
That might have been a premature adrenaline rush, actually.
Mark 6. Mark 7.
Oh, that cooldown is
Your life is mine.
the same.
Mark 8. Mark 9.
Wait, what?
Mark 10.
I have no choice but to obey.
Your life is mine.
Mark 11.
Who's next?
I have no choice but to obey.
Shit. Fuck that up.
12. Mark 1.
Your life is mine.
Mark 2.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 3.
We need to kill this.
Mark 4.
I have no choice but to obey.
Your life is mine.
Mark 5.
I have no choice but to obey.
Whew.
Mark
next?
6.
I have no choice but to obey.
Are we wiping? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Who's next?
Mark 7.
No. All right, I'll be running back then.
Mark 8.
Definitely don't want to be standing in a void zone. That's a bad
Mark
idea.
9.
It's 2004 and crunch has made me tired and sleep deprived. Upper management. I had no choice but to obey, Dave. F you guys. I'm going to time. I mean, that's not far from what happened, except I went to China initially, so. Yeah. And I went to work for Ubisoft in China, which was one of the worst companies I've ever worked for. Ironically, not because like the actual how they treated you on a day-to-day basis was fine, but Ubisoft also had like extreme nepotism and basically molesty people everywhere and just grossness throughout the company. And also gross incompetence and negligence. Like some of the people there in charge of like teaching design were absolutely the worst game designers I have ever met in the entire game industry. So that says a lot. I've met some bad game designers in my time. But Ubisoft's entire editorial board takes the cake. They take the cake and they shove it into the toilet and then they eat it out of the toilet. That's how bad they are. And they teach people. They teach people game design from these people who don't know shit about shit about shit. Ugh. If you ever run into anyone who was previously a design director at Ubisoft, watch out. Watch the F out. Because they're either an uncle touchy parts or completely incompetent and just have no clue what they're doing. Anyways, I didn't leave the US until 2009, so. No, I had to hold back too. They might switch the tanks around. Could help. To be honest, I only knew German Ubisoft, which at the time was still Blue Byte, before they got merged. Yeah, I worked there too. I assume you mean French Ubisoft, or what part of Ubisoft did you work with in China? Ubisoft Shanghai, which was basically also French, because it was run by Nepo hires from Yves Guillemot. I don't know who runs the Ubisoft Shanghai studio anymore, though. Yeah. I heard Blue Byte's shut down recently. Because Ubisoft's shutting down all their studios, it seems. Don't know why. Let me see, actually.
Or did they just do layoffs? Did they shut it down or did they just do layoffs?
Who dares violate the
Alright, they just did... Oh, they closed its Leamington location, a studio under the Blue Byte Holding Company, and downsized the Dusseldorf studio. Ah, so layoffs. 50 employees were affected by the full closure of the Leamington studio, while 135 staff members were laid off across Dusseldorf, Stockholm, and Newcastle. Yowza! When you're ready. I'm not ready. Let's move forward, and then we'll eat our food. Let's fucking go. Well, let me check here. 14 minutes should be enough. I'm not sure 72 charges will get me through the entirety of the fight, but we'll see. Also, I need to check damage. Deadly and Corrosive both were doing work, so we'll stay with Deadly and Corrosive for the Four Horsemen fight, which I am now recommending is probably the best idea. Though you could argue that Consecrated Sharpening Stone in the offhand is a good idea too. You could definitely make that argument. I'm starting with Badge of the Stormguard, so hopefully I don't have to vanish early. If I do, it fucks up my switch to the Drakefang Talisman. And we're waiting to the
5,
last...
4, 3,
Oh shit.
2,
Whoops.
1.
Defend yourself.
Flee before it's too late. Kill money and fight me.
I'm going real light here. Okay, he's in the corner. Oh, he's marked for death. Oh, we have a subtlety rogue. I might pull aggro here. I'm gonna evade early. Okay, we're running.
Mark 4.
I was late on my potion, but that's okay. And I think we're gonna vanish and pray that we got it off. We did not get it off. Fuck. Oh, that's annoying.
Mark 6.
We're at 2 marks. We can wait till the 3rd, and then we'll go.
Mark 7.
Alright, we're gonna go. And we'll slice and dice here.
But to obey.
Mark 8.
And now we'll be on Sir Zeliak for a bit.
Mark 9.
Got 2 marks. We'll wait for the 3rd, and then we're off. Though we might pull aggro here, so I'm a little bit worried.
Mark 10.
And we're off.
I have no choice but to obey.
Head for Blamo.
Mark 11.
I just ate a 4th mark there. Aye.
Mark 12.
Whoops, that was a mistake.
Mark 1.
Why am I taking aggro? Alright, I'm at 3 marks, so I'm gonna go.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 2.
I have no choice but to obey.
Too late to slice and dice, that's my bad.
Mark 3.
High grind's going down. Okay, one here gotten marked for no reason. That's Zeliak mark. If I go that way, I'll die. I have to wait.
Mark
I have
4.
to wait. We're gonna wait for this to drop off, then we'll go on Zeliak.
Your life is mine.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 5.
Wait, what?
Your life is mine.
I have no choice.
Mark 6.
Your life is mine.
Mark 7. Mark 8.
What? Oh, fuck.
Mark 9.
I have no choice but to obey.
Oh, that's it.
Mark 10.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 11.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 12.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 1.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 2.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 3.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 4.
It is as it should be.
Okay. Easy peasy. Desecrated tunic, desecrated robe, Maul of the Redeemed Crusader, two-handed mace. Nasty. What the fuck? Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. All right. We'll need to re-up Deadly 5, but we're going to wait until we're a little closer to pull. Where did I read just now with the layoffs? I remember reading it last week. I haven't done a game dev news this month for it, but I don't know. I kind of it's too depressing to do game dev news because every week it's just layoffs and layoffs and layoffs and layoffs. It's so hard to find positive stories right now that it's yeah. But yeah, no, Ubisoft Blue Byte definitely had big layoffs. Ubisoft's been laying off studios left and right. I think I've done at least 3 episodes of Game Dev News involve Ubisoft doing more layoffs and crushing unions and just being pieces of shit in general. So, yeah. Oh wait, you think Blue Byte shut down quite some time? Maybe it was just the Dusseldorf department though. I didn't follow it, but I wouldn't know if I'd be more active on LinkedIn. I see. Positive stories don't sell? Yeah. Well, for game dev news, negative stories don't sell either. So. I don't know if I'm going to continue that series. I think it's too doomer. Too doomer. Maybe I could force a positive aspect, but then it would feel like forced positivity. All right, so we're gonna go deadly. Is this corrosive? All right, it's corrosive too. We don't need to change it. We'll just leave it deadly corrosive. We're gonna use the Blackroot Brew and hope that it takes us all the way through Heigen and the next section. So it should. We can use it right at the start though. We should probably do Badge of the Storm Guard here too.
Five, three, two.
What the fuck? What? All right. I did successfully trinket swap that time. I don't think I'll be able to do it during Heigen, so I'm gonna leave it as Drakefang. We'll wait to eat until we get through this gauntlet, though. Stroke of the Scourge. And the Desecrated Wasteguard. A little bit worried about my offhand poison, but generally it should be fine. It should be fine. You handed over the MC attunement quest. It made me think, what do you mind if the way to MC would not be by a high elf porting one into the raid, but a sort of express route through a new open world section of BRD you walk through with your guildmates? I think changing that now, it's a little too late. It's sort of it's a contrivance to have a port there, but it's also a convenience, an extreme convenience. All right, could trinket swap here. Okay, well, shit, I'm getting my ass handed to me here. What the fuck? Are we gonna make it? Don't go too far. If we don't kill him right here, he's dead. Desecrated Wasteguard again? Everyone's getting a belt today. I'd like to imagine the same could be done to Naxx. The guild meets in front of Stratholme Liveport, and in between there is an open world passage between both city parts into its center where Naxx hovers above. Well, that was the original intent, was that there was going to be a way to get into raids through dungeons to keep that real world location stuff. You can easily just add new locations, but for Naxx, you're supposedly teleporting into the air, so it could really be anywhere. I don't think it would be in Stratholme Live, though. Maybe there was a plan for that at some point. No, it was in Stratholme Dead. There's the... where Baron Rivendare is, isn't it? There's another area that would have gone up. But they sort of waylaid all those. Because it doesn't really make sense to go through a dungeon to get to a raid. It's just too much time. It's too time consuming. Alright, so Deadly I think will last through this fight, but the Corrosive 2 would probably fall off. So let's refresh the Corrosive 2. It's one of those things where it seems like a good idea, and then you do it, and then you're like, wow, this is really tedious. We have to run a whole dungeon before we even get to the raid. And so then you're spending like 3 or 4 hours instead of 2. Or in the case of many raids, it ends up being 5 hours, an hour to get through the dungeon, keeping everyone focused. Minimum half an hour. I'm just gonna stick with Drakefang. It seems like the Badge of the Stormguard's not doing that much for me. And if I miss the trinket swap, I'm just losing a bunch of damage. Hooray! Behind Stratholme Dead next to Baron, obviously I would say that's too much work to make people walk through a whole instance. Yeah, I'd say meet up at the main entrance of Stratholme, walk through the scenery of death and despair as... Yeah, but then you're still entering an instance to get to another instance. It's just... It's easier to just meet outside the raid. It's so hard to fucking coordinate 40 people that anything that sort of makes that easier, you kind of have to do. And that's ultimately what they determined when they were doing all this stuff. MC became... It was too difficult to get into MC if you had to go through the dungeon first. People just don't got that kind of time. Wait, what? Use Shadow Potion. No! I refuse. The end. Finally a splinter. Loteb's reflection, double desecrated leg guards. I meant to say no go into instance, just a slightly more immersive open world entrance. Like it just feels anticlimactic to just ask a high elf to port everyone. No, I agree with that. It is a little anticlimactic. There could be an entrance right where he is. Just leads in there. I don't know why it has to be a teleport, except that they were trying to maintain the illusion of it's a real location in the world. So by having it be a teleport, you don't have to reposition any of the world elements, and it's like, yeah, no, this is a physical place within the world and still exists there. But it's pretty close to that entrance, so you could have just built a big gaping cave tunnel with like lava waterfalls going into it, and then have the raid just be there, like a portal, like normal. Would have been fine. I think it could get an actual entrance, yeah. Even if it's just a big boulder in the middle of Blackrock Mountain, yeah. No, I think right where Lothos is, you break down that section and create a cave tunnel. But now you'd have to justify it with like, I don't know, giants came out. Maybe some of the golems or the lava giants came out and smashed through. Crushed Lothos. Poor guy. Let's go double instant poison, actually. These fights are so short that it wouldn't make sense to do otherwise. I think the slimes might be resistant or, in fact, immune, so that might be a problem. But these guys are not, that's for sure.
Two, one. I'm waiting to the last second. So now that the Blackroot Bear brew is the better what you call it, version of the Firewater, I haven't been collecting the Juju power as much. So I'm thinking about that. Like I've got to go farm them anyways, I suppose. Also, all that empty lava space at the bottom of Blackrock, it just screams, let there be a patchwork of boulder hanging outside with broken up stone bridges. Yeah, something. It's begging for something. Ouch. The Naxx entrance is also a little bit in the middle of nothing, so having some entrance next to Strathholm wouldn't be a bad idea either. Ouch. Ouch. The shit. Oh my god. My last healing self. Saving my life. There's something to be said for having a overtime heal on a pot like that. All right, let's eat a food. I should probably save these only for bosses, to be honest with you, though. All good. Wait. I know you can do that by yourself, but I'd be hyped to finish all those elite quests in Moonwhisper Coast and farm together if you want. Yeah, if you're awake at the time that I'm there. Damn. Clipped that goo. What the fuck? Is he gonna be in the lake? What the heck? All right, just in case the thing breaks, I've got totem targeting.
2, 1.
It didn't. It didn't. Fucking. I couldn't get to one of my oh shit buttons in time. The first one doesn't. That's why I was going to suggest making a macro for it. I was able to kill it, but only after it blasted us once.
Four, 3,
Waste of a raid food.
1.
Now it looks like a bat. Let's see if I can drink a food. Eat a food fast enough. Get the power mushroom out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rough. So for whatever reason, the auto-targeting of the totem doesn't happen on the very first pack now. So something broke with the bigwigs, I guess.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But it fixes itself after that. So if you do happen to come to Naxx, I do suggest having a target totem macro ready.
Five.
This raid, yeah, it's gonna go on for an hour at least. Oh, what the fuck? How did that happen? What the fuck? What did I do? Did I move forward? Stop lying about me. Jesus Christ. I was the one arguing for the fucking 100% drop rates on most things. All right. We're going to go Deadly 5, Corrosive 2. And we're going to go Denonzo's Telebeam Medley. No, we're letting it go. I wonder if consecrated offhand is better. I'm starting to think it is. I think next week I'll try consecrated offhand for most of it. But we'll see what the deadly or the corrosive 2 does. If the corrosive 2 does less than 10k, then it's probably consecrated is better. But it is a long fight, and so if you can keep it stacked. If you can keep it stacked, it's probably better. Am I missing anything? This will drop off, but we don't want it. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Kel'Thuzad make Patchwork his avatar of war.
Oh dear. Oh! I don't think there is a safe spot. I don't think the safe spot has worked in a long time. Hmm. Why is Patchwork transparent? Is he transparent? Doesn't look transparent to me. No, he's still going for people.
Yes, master.
Where's True standing? He found a little corner, I guess, that works. Yeesh. When I was hitting him, he was transparent? I didn't notice, I don't know. Oh dear. Have you reached Exalted with any rep horde faction besides the Trolls? I think I'm at Exalted with all of them now. Yeah. All of the Horde is Exalted to me. Duratar Labor Union was the toughest. Because they just don't have a lot of quests. And they were also, I guess, newer. I had to do a lot of turn-ins with heavy dynamite. I don't know what... I guess Horde forces are the battlegrounds. I haven't done any real battleground stuff, so... that needs some work. Steam Whittle Cartel, we're back to Honored with Booty Bay after having gone all the way to Hated. And we're Revered with the other two, so... Exalted with Argent Dawn. Bloodsail Buccaneers, I don't think I'll ever get Exalted, because it's just so many alcohol turn-ins. Did I buy all the racial mounts? Never saw you on a Kodo. I haven't bought them all. I guess I could. I have the Stormrot Death Steed from... Well, really, it was the Swift Timber Wolf that I wanted originally. I don't know. I don't buy the mounts, I guess, but I could go around and buy them all now. I did get the armored Amani riding bear from the Amani trolls. All right, let's see here. We're gonna wait on the food. We don't want to do the regen because we don't want to heal. So something was healing us, and that was becoming problematic because we had to run back to the river. Ooh, we need to repair. 25 gold. Oh god, that was expensive.
These should last through the fight. So, deadly corrosive 2. Let me check what the damage on corrosive 2 was. 7k. And we were only halfway through that fight. So it seems, I think I'm correct in that deadly corrosive is the way to go. I'm curious to compare consecrated offhand and see how that goes. But I think that would matter more on a shorter duration fight, actually. On a longer duration fight, you want the double dots. That's my thinking, anyways. All right, he's coming back. General chat inside a raid.
Yes, master.
What's Iker doing? Oh.
Kel'Thuzad make patchwork his avatar of war. I'm lagging or something. What's going on? Why is my shit not hitting? Am I stunned? That was weird. It's not hitting at all. You're right, he is transparent. I just noticed. I don't know what that's about. Oh, I'm lagging a lot. That's why. That's what's happening. Yeah, I don't know what's causing this lag. 400 ping. I might die right here. And I managed to survive that. Alright, let's see how the poisons did. Deadly did 10k, corrosive only did 7k.
I think next week I'll try Consecrated and see what happens. What? Well, you can go back to the Major Troll's Blood. Four minutes left on these. No. I'm not an artist. Kisef with the gifted memberships. Thank you. 10 gifted memberships. Oh, wow. Thank you. Peter Panda, Can Bars, Hatteras, Mar, Crazy. Oh, my God. Paul Christian, Damon, Background Noise, Electric, Joski, MK Game Dev. Be sure to thank Kisef when you get the chance. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, no. What are you doing? You dressed up? You going out? Oh, I'm still live, by the way. Bruh, what? You're going to terminal? Are you asking for money? What? What do you mean you're broke? You think I'm not broke? I'm richer than you, and that's like a bar of zero. Because all of your wealth comes from me anyways. So technically you're negative because you're in debt to me. Yeah, alright. Good timing, Kisef. Don't know. What the shit? Oh my god. MK Game Dev, what a name. I imagine he worked on Mortal Kombat or something. Kind of hoping he did. Almost to stream 400? Yeah. That's true. That's true. Alright. I think Deadly Corrosive is going to work just fine here, so I'm just going to stay with these since they're already up. Agu.
One.
Easy peasy. Let's check on the poisons, though. Deadly 5, 15k, corrosive 2, 13k. See, that's definitely
Yes, master.
leaning towards keeping double poisons for these. People send me friend requests on Discord, but they don't send a message, so I have no idea what their purpose is. So I assume it's a scam. All right. What am I doing? Where's my minor nature? There it is. We'll do minor nature protection. If I can find it. What the heck? Where'd it go? Am I blind? Let's get a refresh on our deadly. There it is. Why is it here? Jesus. Alright, that'll get me through. We're not going to be tanking, I don't think. You know what, just in case. Just in case. We'll stick with the Drake Fang Talisman. I never take friend requests on Discord serious unless I met them beforehand. Well, generally, I mean, I get a lot of random friend requests from people who want to ask me questions about game design, and I always want to try to answer those because I don't want to discourage anyone. But I also don't necessarily want to deal with scammers. So it's like... Ah, fuck. That really messed me up. That messed me up. Messed me up a lot. Yeesh. Any more of Unholy Might. Oh! Somebody's gonna come. Oh. So my suspicion is because of the scaling for this fight, you'd want consecrated sharpening stones. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Supposedly deadly scales a bit with attack power, but I don't know. I don't know how that works with the stacking buff here. If we're gonna eat a food, we should eat it now. Alright, let's eat. So my feeling is that the trinket swapping with Badge of the Storm Guard wasn't doing much for me, and that sticking with Drake Fang Talisman just because it's getting me an extra 2% crit and it has some attack power on it is probably the better way to go. Plus, there's a lot of situations where I end up tanking in this particular raid, so the 1% dodge is actually probably a lifesaver.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, negative left, positive right. Positive. All right, my slice and dice went off, but it didn't look like it. Negative. My slice and dice is up, but it's... Alright, we'll do a 5.1 and hope for the best. Still positive. Yeah.
Your security measures have failed. See to this interruption immediately.
$39 splinters. All right, let's check the poisons. 7K and 5K. Uh-huh. I see the consecrated, the corrosive fell off at some point during the fight. Hmm. We'll move the Juju Chill down here. We'll do Greater Frost here.
Did I forget to raid res? Wow, raid res has not been working for me lately. I'm gonna put a consecrated sharpening stone on the offhand since I've got it free now, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be better overall for this fight and the next. Maybe for K2 you would want deadly and corrosive though. But we'll just go deadly main hand, and I think it'll be fine. We're gonna do Frost Resist Gear. And we'll put in Mark of the Champion here. We've got 3 points of Tricksters and 4 points of Bone Scythe. We are missing weapon skill. Oh. For this fight, the Blackroot Brew or the Firewater is better because it makes you bigger, which makes you able to hit him in the air easier, believe it or not. It also works on Onyxia. To the point where if you have at least one size increase for Onyxia and you're a troll or a Tauren, you can actually jump and hit him hit Onyxia in the air now.
Nothing can go wrong.
What is that mask? What is this? Helmet of the Talon. Oh, it's Druid stuff. Alright, let's get the size increase back. Got 166
5,
frost resist.
4,
And then we'll use a
3,
Juju.
2,
Chill.
1.
Odds left evens right, so I'm on the right hand side. We are definitely going to have to go farm Frost Sabers for a while. My hand is itching. I don't like that at all. No! Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Beware.
Jeez. Double Slayer's Crest? Wow.
Our preparations continue as planned, Master. It is good that you serve me so.
I don't think I've ever seen Double Slayer's Crest, to be honest.
All will serve the Lich King, and in the end, you shall be rewarded. So long as you do not falter. I foresee no complications at this. Wait, what is this?
Your security measures have failed. See to this interruption immediately.
Yes, Master.
Raid res, it's just not working for me. It's like barely connecting. All right. Let me think here. Let's refresh the deadly. Hmm. It probably won't drop anyways, but it would be nice to get some confirmation of that. All right, we won't eat the food till we get ported in. We may as well not touch any of the other buffs either until we get in. I don't remember if I was +6, so all right. Eat the food. What the shit? Okay. Well, that was a waste of raid food. What the hell happened? What caused that? Oh. I see. So if there's more than one person in the room and they're not paying attention, and then apparently someone triggered in the middle of a bunch of skeletons, and that wipes the raid. Bones. So if you're doing Naxx for the first time, oh, thanks for subscribing. If you're doing Naxx for the first time, just don't go past this point. If you get to him, you'll get sucked into the fight regardless when they start it. So you don't have to worry about it. You can just stay back and not fuck up anything, which I highly recommend. I highly recommend. Usually the raid leader can be the one to trigger it just by going into the middle, and it will summon everyone to the center, so... Yeah, if you get to KT and you're not sure what to do, don't go past here until... You don't have to do anything, just wait. Wait here and see. And listen. Ooh, 6 minutes on Scorpok. Oh, no. Let's go. 6 minutes wouldn't get me through the whole fight anyways. Sigil of Ancient Accord. Ah, that. I've still got my frostpot, so don't need to worry about that. Oh, I've got all the buffs. It's just Scorpok that I need to worry about. And then Blackroot Brew, I should switch for Juju Might. Thank you, Shokusan. Should be easy. Boom.
Soldiers of the Cold Dawn, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad!
Ooh. Shoot. Oh, what? All right. We're looking for shit to kill. Yeah. It's the whole thing's live streamed, so yeah. It was ridiculous. They were just discussing the Nefarian kill, where I basically was the last one standing. Actually, there were still healers up, weren't there? There must have been. Oh, I missed a whole bomb. It's more fun to throw shit at the skeletons, to be honest. It's exciting new gameplay for me. Believe it or not. This is a problem. Lots of skellies.
Pray for mercy.
All right. I did use the
Shadow Fisher.
shit.
Mind control. Shadow Fisher.
Hey, we did it. King's Fall. Nice. Shield of Condemnation. Double Desecrated Ring and Phylactery, of course. Though it's interesting, I can see it again because I already have it. Or I already got it, but now I can see it for some reason. All right. Rip that raid. THC will never drop again. That's just how it goes for me. Thanks, Agromsh. It was never in doubt. No, I did just realize I was wearing Frost gear that whole time. Maybe it's for the best, given I'm still in the top 3 DPS there. Can't believe I forgot to take off my frost resist. Oh well. Just shows that it's the gear isn't that important. Let's see. The deadly poison did 15k. That's what I'm talking about. Alrighty. So we have MC and Kara 40 on in 2 days. In 2 days. So that's when I'll play next. In terms of the survival stuff, oh, we might do the new raid tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. So you definitely want to have emergency parachutes, so I'm going to start collecting rune cloth for this. These two are things you make. So it's just 5 rune cloth. Basically, this replaces any trinket or item you have to equip, and it's used from inventory, and it's instant. So this is going to be a lifesaver for me, the way I jump off shit all the time. So I can't wait to get a bunch of those, but I need to go farm the bears before I do that. And then I need to make a bunch more of these, so I need a bunch of Heart of the Wild. Now it says I might just buy a bunch because it seems like they're not cranking up in price. Or I could go farm it. Yeah, they're not even that expensive, really. Actually, they're quite reasonable. Quite reasonable. I'll just buy these. Right, give me that. Because these actually were useful. 600 is nothing to sneeze at, even if it's over 12 seconds, especially in certain situations where you want it ticking over time, along with the ability to use other stuff. So that, what's the other one? And then aromatic berries is the mount speed increase, which you're definitely going to want. It comes from sweet mountain berries, though, so you have to farm. You have to farm or purchase them. And nutritious rations is a 3% health that you can just carry on you, so now you don't need conjured mana oranges, I guess. But also comes from farming. So that a sour mountain berry has another use here, as opposed to a 10 agility food. Spiced berries is basically rogue sprint, but a little bit shorter duration. Also, you'll need to farm to get that sour mountain berries, remedy herbs, and hot spices. These two you purchase. So it's just the sour mountain berries. So there's still reasons to farm, but not as many amazing reasons to farm as before. Actually, it's the same. I expect a lot more farmers, and now you can farm anywhere. You don't need to farm on a farm, so that's good news. Never farmed before? Yeah, because it's a hidden quest. It's not part of the survival. It's a separate quest that is linked to survival on a different guy. In Stormwind, it's you go outside of Stormwind, and on your left, there's a guy who has a quest there to farm, and now they've added survival people there, so as well. But the guy who has the quest for farming is a little bit further from them at the house. It's literally, as soon as you exit Stormwind, where everyone puts the tent down in the front, you turn left. In Orgrimmar, it sucks, because you have to go to Thunder Bluff, and then you have to jump off the thing, and you have to go down, and you have to go to Mulgore. And in Mulgore, that's where it is. It's near Shagu. And that's where you learn the farming. So in both cases, you need 1 seed of each type to turn in the quest and get the planter recipe. But that's all you need, is 1 seed from each type. The seeds are also a bit complicated. In Duratar, when you walk out, there's a farm over here. There's 2 watermelons that spawn. You need a seed from that. In the hinterlands, what are you talking about?
in the hinterlands, the berries are strewn throughout trees and stuff all around here, especially up here. So like all these trees and stuff can have berry bushes next to them. That's the mountain berry that becomes the sweet and sour berries. And lastly, if you want the pumpkins, the pumpkin seed, you have to go either to, there's a Stonefield farm. I think it's Stonefield. There's 2 little pumpkins on the side, and occasionally they'll spawn the seed ones. Or go to Brackwell Pumpkin Patch and loot. There's a lot more pumpkins there. You can get various seeds there. And, sorry, one more. The mushrooms come from spores. There's 3 places to get them. If you're Alliance, you go to Teldersill, and there's a guy who sells it up in the tower where the druids are, I think. If you go to, if you're Horde, you go to Thunderbluff, and on, I think it's on Elder Rise, right next to it. It's either Elder Rise or I think it's Elder Rise. Or maybe it's Hunter's Rise. No, it's Elder's Rise. There's a guy who sells them. And lastly, there's a neutral one, for whatever reason, in the Eastern Plague Lands in this house here in Terradale. So that's where all the mushroom spores are. It's a little complicated. It's quite a quest. Or you can just buy them on the auction house. The seeds are not that expensive, though they're getting up there now. All right, guys, I'm going to go take a break, maybe drink a coffee or whatever, and then I don't know if I'll come back for the farming, because my kid's here now, so she'll probably want some attention. If not, I'll see you potentially tomorrow or the next day for Carafordian MC. All right, ta-ta for now.